Hi, I'm Carmelo Sigona, and we're here at our Redwood City store, and I want to talk to you about Thanksgiving Day dinner. For all of you that have been cooking dinner for quite a while, this is for you, but especially for you, those people who are a little bit anxious about it, who haven't necessarily cooked it, who've graduated to the big table. This is going to be for you. I want to take you through this and show you how easy it is, but I want to give you a little gift of flour from me to you. So let's go on a little tour, but first let me tell you about the turkey. So really important. Follow the directions on cooking the turkey, but the important thing is, as you're taking the turkey out of the oven to let it rest for 35 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever time, you have that time to put your oven on 200, to put your other dishes, your vegetable dishes, your potato dishes, whatever they might be, in the oven to keep them warm, so everything goes on the table at the same time. Come on, let's take a little tour. I'll show you what we got. Hi, we're here in the apple section, and let me tell you about apples right now. They're super crisp, but what do these have to do with Thanksgiving? They go great with cheese, they go great on a charcuterie board, but when you cut them, put a little lime juice over them, and that'll keep them from oxidizing. They'll be great with cheeses or whatever on your charcuterie board. Let me take you over to the pears, and we'll talk about the pears a little bit. Pears make a great accompaniment to a cheese board or a charcuterie board. You just cut these, put a little lime juice on them, and they won't oxidize, they won't turn dark. So I have some that are super juicy, like the Comey's pear, my favorite. A little bit of give on the stem end, and they're ready to go. Others that are firm, like the Concord pear and the Bosc pear. These will go really great, but don't forget the lime juice. Let's head over to another section. I'll show you something exciting about Thanksgiving dinner. And what would Thanksgiving be without garnet yams, without potatoes, or without fingerling potatoes, or these little medleys that we have here? So the garnet yams, these are the sweetest yams you're gonna get. Thanksgiving, they go great. Just pop them in the oven at 425 for about 30, 40 minutes, and take them out, you got it, they're ready to go. Let me talk to you about some of the other potatoes we have. As you come down here, you have your sweet potatoes, other yam varieties that we have. Here's one of my favorites. I love to make mashed potatoes with these, Yukon Gold potatoes, with a little bit of garlic. You could boil the garlic in with these. I wouldn't put these in the blender, I just mash them by hand. A little bit of butter, a little bit of cream. These are outstanding. And of course, your typical russet potato over here is your mashed potato to go to. This is the russet. Little baby red potatoes you could do with a boil first a little bit, then put them in the oven at 425. And I have these little medleys. These little medleys here roasted with a little bit of olive oil and salt. You're just taking these and you are roasting them at 425 until they're done, fork done, and you're ready to go. Okay, when you're steaming or blanching your vegetables, let's say it's Brussels sprouts, or if it's these string beans that are beautiful, or whatever it is you're steaming or blanching, take out, put them in an ice bath so they're ready to go, so they don't overcook. Then you could take that, right before you serve dinner, you could get a saucepan with a little bit of butter or a little bit of olive oil and garlic and heat them up there, or just plain olive oil, or as they are, just heat them up. Remember, you have that oven going at 200 degrees. You can put them in there so all gets served at the same time with the turkey as you're resting the turkey. Okay, artichoke hearts. These are fantastic. This is an heirloom variety. You peel these down till you get to the heart. Cut these off here. You're cutting these off. Cut that off. You blanch these again, cut them in half, and then you're going to saute these in a little bit of olive oil and the artichoke hearts. That could be an appetizer, or it could be part of the main course. The other heirloom chokes that we have, coming from, again, from Watsonville, these are really, really good. I like to use just the cups. So I boil these, I take all the leaves off and use the cups, and I use an aioli for the cup as an appetizer. That is something that's really going to be good. Okay, the mushrooms here. Right now it's wild mushroom season, so you have wild chanterelles and wild porcinis out here. And then we're going to take you inside and show you all the other mushrooms that we have. But these, you simply putting these in a skillet, high flame, let them release their liquids. You put a little bit of olive oil in there, finish off with a little bit of butter, a great side dish or accompaniment to any meat. Let me take you inside, show you some of the other mushrooms that we have besides these unbelievable wild porcinis that are fantastic. Let's go inside and take a look. Okay, some of the other mushroom varieties that we have, we're all cooking them the same way. You don't want to wash them with water, a little damp cloth if there's any soil on them or you want to clean them off, but you put them in a hot skillet, let them release their liquids, and they're going with oil or butter or both of them with a little bit of salt, and they'll make that great side dish. You have some that are already prepared. You know about these? If you're buying them early, take them out of the plastic, put them in a paper bag, they'll hold much better. Moisture is ugly on mushrooms, so that's one of a really great tip. Here's some oyster mushrooms. These are beautiful little mushrooms. I don't cut these, I just break them apart, put them in the skillet with the same thing. Love these with a little bit of butter, high flame, Again, it could be an appetizer or a side dish, whatever you like, but they make a fantastic dish. I want to show you a few little appetizers. If you thought you didn't like eggplant, check this out. Now these go in the oven at about 425 degrees. You cut them about 1/4 inch thick, put a little bit of olive oil and salt on them, just like this. Okay, you take them out. What I do is I roll these with a little bit of cheese in the center. You might put a little bit of sauce in there, but I just like to put a little bit of cheese in the center, roll them. They're soft enough to roll, and they're a great appetizer. Let me show you some other appetizer ideas inside here. Follow me. The Patagonian red shrimp is simply fantastic. Let this thaw out. You can put it in a little bit of cold water. You could sear it or grill it. All the juices come out. It's kind of like a shrimp lobster combination. So this one would be great for an appetizer. Another appetizer could be seared scallops. We have these dry packed scallops. Dry them real well. High flame on your skillet. A little bit of salt and pepper. Finish off with a little bit of butter. Baste them with a little bit of butter. Great appetizer. Our cheese section. This is something that's really outstanding and great for your charcuterie board or just a cheese platter by itself. These are all the cheeses that John Nava, our cheese expert, has developed. This from the Swiss mountains. You got Dream of the Mountain. There's a story behind that you already know about, so I won't tell you. This Belgian Bluebell, super creamy and rich. It's a fantastic cheese. Let me tell you about a few of these other ones. This is a gold medal winner. This is our Mona Lisa Reserve. Absolutely fantastic. And one of my favorites, this is our Aries, made with sheep, from Avery Jones, who was just 15 or 16 when she made this and won an award with this. Not to mention these two ooey gooey creamy cheese wrapped in spruce bark. Let these come to room temperature. They're absolutely fantastic. Come on, let me show you a few other things that we have. Panettone, something great that I'm used to my whole life and growing up as an Italian Sicilian. This is something we have after dinner or something that you could have in the morning. We have over 35 different varieties of panettone. Some of them are super moist. They have some fillings. Some of them are a little bit on the dry side if you like that, but you got to try our panettones. They're absolutely fantastic. Let me move on to show you something else. Now, what wine do you want to pair with your turkey? Typically, people go with a Pinot Noir. We have this Pinot coming from Stag's Leap, which we think is fantastic. And if you want to punch it up a little bit, I'm recommending my Zinfandel, a 2 Carmelo Zinfandel. That'll punch it up a little bit, and that'll go great with the turkey as well. Typically, another great wine that goes with turkey is your Sauvignon Blanc. It's fruity, citrusy. This one happens to be Rombauer, but we've got all kind of wines that will pair with your Thanksgiving dinners. Dan Bergson, our wine expert, can help you out with that. Let's move on to something else. Let me show you what we have over here. Okay, take a look at these beautiful olive oils that we have. These are in season right now, coming from Southern Hemisphere. They're absolutely delicious oils. You have to try these on whatever finishing that you want to do. I want to point out this one here. This is not this one, but I have another one. Arbequina Barneo blend. This is going to be a buttery blend. This is going to be real smooth. This is great on your salads. If you want to have a nice, easy frisee salad with maybe a little bit of basil in there, toss that with a little bit of this, and maybe a little champagne wine vinegar. That would go great as a salad. Okay, let me show you a few other things that we have. Our famous Fogacha bread coming from Liguria Bakery in San Francisco, starting in 1911. This is something you have to try. We have it coming in Monday and Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. Juan Carlos is here, always to help you with it, to talk about it. We have 3 different flavors usually. We have tomato, we have rosemary, and we have green onion. This is something that you should try. Let us take you over here and we'll check out something else. We wine taste every Saturday, but on Thanksgiving week, the 22nd and the 23rd, will be wine tasting also. Some wonderful wines. They'll help you figure out what wines are going to go with what meats or what charcuterie boards you might have. So come on down one of those days, 22nd or 23rd. We'll see you real soon.